Sinners is not actually a story of good versus evil. It's about the antagonism that's inherent to being part of a body of believers who are devoted to cause, so music, and how one purifies oneself of the monstrous violence that the vampires represent through love. So, how one achieves that unity through love. So, to actually get to this conflict, we have this special gift of music that the predominantly black community has, that the world, represented with the Klan, wants to destroy. And the vampires offer a way out, a way of preserving this special thing and making it immortal, unaliving. And the conflict in rejecting that, in rejecting the vampires, is what the movie's mostly about. So instead of taking the vampires up on their offer, we see the protagonist Smoke fight the Klan himself at the end of the movie at the cost of his own life. And with that act of violence, Smoke is rewarded with an afterlife that up until now he's not been able to access. He's lived his life as a gangster and been a violent person up till then, uh, accepting the way in which he's cut off from the heavenly beyond. And the very interesting thing about Sinners is the conflict isn't reject the vampires community to access the divine community that awaits us all if we are good, if we reject our sin, etc. Both of those are ways of shirking back from the radicality inherent to the community we see in both parties, in both the vampires and the humans. And we know this because at the end of the film, Preacher Boy, the lone survivor, the person whose music creates this very special community, he's lived his life playing music, and he's visited by the two vampires who did survive the bloody ordeal. And together they reminisce over the magic of that original night. And the reason this vampire survived is because his brother did not unalive him. He let him continue to live his life as a vampire. So the real focal point isn't that divine thing that the humans access and the vampires are cut off from. The real focal point is that music, that community that exists in the here and now. So the point of Sinners is not that the vampires are the enemy. They're the dialectical, obverse, two sides of the same coin to our own position, to our own body of believers that we can create through music in the film. So that's the actual transcendence that's at work, the piercing of the veil that happens not above or below, but there, right there in the bar. So I'm obviously the zombies as philosophy guy. Where We've Made It Dark, my own literary zombie apocalypse, is out October 21st.